very much, Mr. Chairman. I'll be brief. I know colleagues have been waiting as well. And I just want to take a couple of minutes to talk about a bill that's very important in my home state. It's called the Crooked River Ranch Fire Protection Act. And we really got into this issue. My wife and I and our kids had just had the good fortune of having great snow at Bachelor. And we came down from the mountain and we basically had a town meeting. The whole family was there in January of 2015 in Bend. And we hadn't really even gotten out of our snow boots. And this legislation came up, the Crooked River Ranch Fire Protection Act. And look, let's cut to the bottom line here. We all feel very, very strongly about protecting the West from fire. These are not your grandfather's fires. Senator Heinrich, my colleague from Nevada, Senator Cortez Masto, understands how important this is. These are galloping fires that cross rivers. So we've got to have strong protections to deal with fire, and that is central to this question. Representative Wyden introduced the Crooked River Ranch Fire Protection Act. There are a number of challenges that face residents at Crooked River Ranch. Many of the homes at Crooked River Ranch are adjacent to the Deschutes Canyon Steelhead Falls Wilderness Area, one of the region's most iconic landscapes. And the Crooked River legislation adjusts the boundary of the wilderness study area in the hopes that fire prevention can be made more aggressive to protect the neighboring homes within the ranch. And as I said, Senator Cortez Masto, Senator Heinrich, myself, Senator Flake, Senator Daines, we all are there in terms of dealing with fire. That's what the legislation to end fire borrowing was all about. That's what the Forest Service did last week in response to my request, is basically lay out a program for prioritizing reducing hazardous fuels in the most dangerous areas. So you got a big group of Western senators that are on the program. But there are another set of issues that we've got to address, and that is, for example, what is going to happen to homes and backyards if the public land nearby isn't managed properly? And the community wants to work with us, want to work with the congressman from the area, Congressman Wyden, to deal with these issues. And I want to close by welcoming Marilyn Kaiser, who cut short a vacation, various family plans to get here. She's been coming to our town meetings, and we want a citizens-driven solution to this, but that one that incorporates everyone's input in that. And I also want to welcome Mr. Casamassa. He's going to be the next Region 6 director. We look forward to working with him at home. One last point, if I might, Senator Hatch's Emery County bill. My partner on the Senate Finance Committee has been working on this for many years in working to balance conservation and other management uses. Everybody knows public lands bills, and we Westerners, talk about it. You never get everything you want. You never get everything you believe you ought to have. But the question is, can you find a path to actually go forward and address concerns? I've indicated to Chairman Lee that I am going to work very closely with him to see if we can work this out with Chairman Hatch retiring at the end of this year. I think this is an important effort, and I want to work with the two Utah senators, both friends, to get it done. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Senator Wyden.